Yeah. I got it once. Smith. Wait. One, Kelly Bond. CSC. Kubat. Kenny. Jemiah. Campbell. Roberts. Long. Thomas. Okay. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, yes. Hey,
Okay, how are you all doing?
good.
Yeah, the speaker was not working properly, so I was trying to fix it. That's why we started late. So now we are in
Professor.
Yes, ma'am.
You said I didn't show my work on the standard deviation for last week's classwork. So how do I do it where I round up? Do I just add another equals and then round up instead of deleting it and showing the rounded number?
Let's discuss this after the class. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but basically you do it the way I explained it in the class. But let's talk about it after the class.
Okay.
All right, let's to this week. All right, let me close some of these pages. I know it's when I was trying to fix this problem. And this one, I'm gonna fix this too. All this. All right, let's begin. I will take you to the this is the class right here. I'm gonna share this. Now, this week, like as you can see from my announcement, this week we are continuing from data description. We are still on chapter 3. And then we continue from where we stopped last time. We have a classwork 5 due tonight, which I will still accept tomorrow. And we'll have a homework 3 in Alex. So let's start from where we stopped last week. Today we continue on our group data sets. That is finding the mean, median, and mode for group data set. We did this how to find the mean, median, mode, variance, and standard deviation for on-group data before, but this time around we're looking on group data sets. So the majority of the work will be estimates since they are grouped. Now, we use the example to show it. It says here that the data below represent the net worth in billions of 45 national corporations. So he said, compute the mean, the median class and the median, the model class and the mode, the variance, standard deviation, and then explain your results. So some of them, as I solve them, I will be explaining them at the same time. The first thing you do is to put them in the table form. Some of you in the classwork 4, we are just typing in answer. Like I told you, I don't give credit for answers. I give credit for, you have to show your work the way I explained it in the class. So while I'm doing this one, please pay attention.
Professor?
Yes, ma'am.
I understand what you're saying, but it would be much better if you write it in our work to explain to us that we have to show our work in the assignment. If it's not there, then we're just giving you, we're doing our work on the other end because we're on a computer. it would be better if you tell us like, hey, show your work. You failed us, but you didn't explain that. But on this classwork, it says at the end, it explains your results.
You didn't read my feedback.
Yeah, but at the end on this paper, it says explain your results. That's not on the homework assignment.
Well, at the beginning of this semester, I mentioned it. In my class, you have to show your work to get credit. I said it at the beginning of the semester, first class, and I repeated it in the second class. I don't have to write it in any question. To get a credit for any work, you have to show your work, prove it.
I understand that. It
Yeah,
was just I was
don't
just
have to
giving
say
you
it
an
on
idea.
I don't have to write it on the question. It doesn't have to be written on the
Okay,
question.
okay, Professor.
Yeah.
Nobody not about to argue with you. All right.
So
Can I ask a question too?
so keep those questions at the end of the class. You can ask at the end.
Well,
Now,
that's the thing too. At the end of class, we don't really get the chance to ask questions. I was going to say that. Are you able to stay back after class to answer questions, because we kind of get brushed off?
well, I stayed back last time and I answered questions. So like today I'm gonna stay back as well.
Okay, I think that's essential after every class, but thank you.
You're welcome. So now again you put them in table form, and then you now go from there. To be able to answer all these questions, you will have to complete this table. So once you complete the table, and then that's when you'll be able to answer all these questions. Now, while completing this table, be very careful, because if you make mistake, it will mess up all your answers. So because this is a group data, and we are giving the class intervals.
So I have a question. So are you saying that if we didn't do it like this, that we got a 0 for it?
If you don't show your work, you have a 0. But if you show
We
your
don't
work,
even get partial credit for at least getting the answer right?
No. But
That's
if you
crazy.
if you show your work and the answer is incorrect, you will get a credit, partial credit. But if you type only the answers, you can't get credit.
Are we able to redo the work from last time if we didn't show our work?
Not at this time, but I have given my days of grace in the first and second week. But continue in April, when I will checking all the attendances. That time you can request. Okay. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, that time you can request. Then maintain your attendance at least 80%. That will qualify you to request for a second chance. This is individually, not a group. Individually, if you need, if you see let's say a homework or a classwork that you failed, right? Then that time you can now request. Then I will look at the attendance. The attendance is good. Then I will decide to give you one. But this does not apply to tests. It only applies to classwork and homework. Okay.
Professor, quick question. So when you mean explaining like the work, so do you mean it has to be like the same format that you put it in? Because I did the same thing and you gave me a 0 and you said I didn't explain my work.
Well, like I said, at the end of the class, I can pull out your work and then show you, because I have a feedback there, and then I can be able to show you right now. Let us get the class done first. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So the first thing is to get all these numbers here. Once you get them in, you can now be able to answer all these questions. So now, first is to find the midpoint. I explained when we are doing a data presentation that the midpoint is the midpoint equals, let me make it big. Midpoint means lower class interval plus upper class interval divided by 2. So lower class interval will be, like here we have 10. So you gotta be, give me 1 minute. Let me get this now. So I have some of them here. Yep, got it here. So we got now we have 10 plus 20. This is lower class interval, this is upper class interval. So it's gonna be 10 plus 20 plus 20 divided by 2. 10 plus 20 is 30, and 30 divided by 2 is 15. So I'm gonna type in 15 here. Okay. So following this approach, so the second one, we can get the midpoint for the second class, following the same method. Excuse me, maybe I should move this thing down. Let me move it down so we can have enough room for this. Yep. So let me cut this now. So you can see the formula. I have it very here on the screen. You can also see it from. So let me so you can see the midpoint formula right here. Upper class interval plus lower class interval divided by 2. So the second midpoint will now become can see lower class plus upper class. That's gonna be 21 plus 31 divided by 2. So we can do this with a calculator. We have 21 plus 31, okay, divided by 2. Give it 26. So that means the midpoint for that class is 26. So we follow that method all the way to the last one. I have them written here so that will save us time. I have the next one will be we got 37. The other one will be 48. This will be 59. And this will be 70. Now, the frequency are given in the equation. That's the frequency, right? They are given. So you can just type them in. Type the frequencies in 2, 8, 15, 7, 10, 3. So that's the frequencies right there. Now, next thing to get is the cumulative frequency. For cumulative frequency, the first frequency state will be the same as the frequency. Now, to get the next one, like we explained when we are doing data description, doing a frequency table, you add to the next number. 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 plus 15 is 25. 25 plus 7 is 32. 32 plus 10 is 42. 42 plus 3 is 45. So you get all your cumulative frequencies. Now, the next is to find the frequency times X. Okay. The frequency times X means you have this is from here. That means this one here times this one. Yeah. So that means 15 times 2 is 30. I'll put 30 from here. 26 times 8 times 26. We can get from that calculator 8 times 26. 8 times 26. 208. 208. 208. So following that method, multiplying this times that. So we get the rest of them as 555. We have 336. 590. 210. Then next is this side, x squared. X squared means to square, this is the x right here. So if you say x squared, that means you're going to square all these numbers here. For example, the first one is 15. So 15 squared will be 15 squared. Give me 225. So I'll go there and put 225. 225. And 26 squared. You look here and say 26 squared. 26. 676. So we go and type it in 676. 676. So following that method, we type the rest, get the rest of them. 1369. You can verify them with your calculator, and you have 2304. You have 3481. You have 4900. 4900. Now, next is to find this one, f times x squared, which means that you need f here times x squared. Yep, that's what you need. So you mean 2 times 225. So we got 2 times 225 is 450. The 450. 450. Mr. Gamble?
Yes, sir, Professor.
Yep.
I kind of got a little mixed up. I see what you're doing, but the CF, how do we get the numbers for CF? I'm sorry.
Mean this one here?
Yes.
Yeah, the first number, the first CF is the same as the frequency. So to get next one, you add, like to get this one, you add to the next frequency. 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 plus 15, 25. So you add to the next frequency.
Okay.
All right.
So
next,
that's
go ahead.
So you say, I know how we got the F. We got the F. No, I don't know.
The F is given on the equation right here. It's given.
Okay, that's the frequency. Okay.
Yeah, it's given. It's always given.
And then we bring the frequency down, and then we get the C out, the frequency. What is it? By
cumulative frequency.
Okay, gotcha. I see what we did.
Yeah. So now for this one, we just get multiply the F frequency times X. That means this one here, 8 times 676. 8 times 676. 5408. So you follow that pattern, 5408. 5408. Following that method, I get the rest as 535. Get 16128. 348. 10. Then 14700. Now, once you get it, like I said, when you're doing this part, be very careful because step by step, don't rush. Because if you rush, you might make a mistake. And when you make a mistake in any of these numbers, any of them, it will mess up a lot of your answers. So next thing is to add. Gonna add all this, not all of them. We need this one. When you add this in the calculator, you can verify it. We add all these numbers. What we're gonna get is this 92031. And when you add this one, you're gonna get 1929. When you add the frequency, you get 45. So these are the ones you need to add to get the totals. With this, you can now be able to answer these questions: mean, median, mode, and modal class, and so on and so forth. So let's do that. Let's answer them. First one is says find the mean. Now for group data, to find the mean, we need to get we already have the, let me clean this thing. You already have the total frequency and then the frequency times x. So I'm gonna go and get the formula for the in the other workbook, so I can put it in here. So we have the let me put it from here. The sum of okay, make it a little bigger. Sum of frequency times x sum of f times x. I'll move this up. Times x equal. We can get it from the total we have here. You can see the f times x. See the sum here, 1929. Yeah. So I'm gonna put 1929. 1929. And sum of the frequencies, sum of f equal. You can get it from our table. Sum of f, maybe see the f, this is the sum right here, 45. Okay, put 45 here, 45. So I'm gonna copy this, place it there in our workbook, our main workbook here. So with this, we can now find the mean. Okay. To find the mean now, we're gonna use the formula for the mean. So I'm gonna write it out, and then we can plug in the numbers. So that the mean x bar, which is the symbol for it, for sample mean, x bar, okay, equals sum of f times x, sum of frequency times x, frequency times x divided by sum of frequency. Sum of frequency. Okay. Equals. Now we have this sum of f times s. We have it from here to be 1929. So I'm gonna put it right there. 1929. 1929. And then the sum of frequency, which is sum of x, we have it here to be 45. So I'm gonna go back and put 45. 45. Okay. Which is equal. Now we can divide it with our calculator. So let's go to our calculator and divide this, and we'll get our mean. Okay, we have 29 divided by 45. Give me 42.9 billion. So we got 42.9 billion here. Oh, excuse me, sorry. 42.9 billion. 42.9 billion. Yeah. So we have this. I'm gonna copy this and paste it. So we have answered the first part. 42.9 billion. Now we can interpret it. Remember, this question is about the let me make it bigger. It's about the net worth in billions of 49 national corporations. So you have that in mind when you interpret it. We just got the mean. So what does our means? What does it mean? How do we interpret it? Interpretation of the mean. So let's write the interpretation. The average net worth what of the national corporations is 42.9 billion. Now, please, if you have a question, ask before we go to the next one. Any question?
We always have to round up the answer.
No. If the question said round up, then you round. But otherwise, you don't have to. So just go by what the question says. Like this one didn't say anything about roundings. I just decided if it doesn't say anything, then you are free to round how much you want. You know. Okay.
Okay.
Any other question? All right. So let's answer the next question then. Part one is for the median and the median class. Now there are two ways you can remember. These are estimates because they are groups. There are two ways you can find the median. Either you use the formula. Let me take this out of here. Cut it off and put it down. Okay, see already. Now there are two ways. You can either use the formula, or you can just use the midpoint. Now, the answer you get for that, if you use the formula, will be different from the answer you get if you use the midpoint. A little bit different. But because they are estimates, it is acceptable. Okay? Now, in your homework, I will ask you to just find the median class. I will not ask you to find the median. So, because I know that because this is an estimate, my answer might be different. Anyway, but I'm going to show you how to find it without using the formula. If you look at the formula for the median, it is. Let me show you how it is. It looks like. I wrote it down somewhere here. Okay, right here. Let me show you how that's. I'm gonna go back up. So the formula is right here, but I will not, it is a little bit complicated. And since it is estimates, it is an estimate, I would recommend that just use the midpoint. So you don't have to bother so much about it. But I need to show it to you though, so you can see the formula is right. Let me make it right, see? So you have to figure out how to get all these inputs, then put them into the formula here to get the median. But like I said, it's an estimate. So to make your life easier, don't use the formula, just use the midpoint. The answers that you get if you use the formula will be different from the answer you get when you use the midpoint. A little bit different, but because this is group data, and all we're doing is estimating. It is allowed. But the mean formula is more consistent than the median and mode for grouped data only.
Professor, I'm sorry. Are you gonna tell us though what all of those letters signified?
You mean for the median?
Yeah, L, W.
L is just lower. Like I said, you're not gonna use it. So you are gonna use the midpoint. So don't worry about it for now. Okay. Just focus on. Otherwise, this one means lower class limit of the lower limit of the median class. This one means the class width. This is the frequency of the median class. So it's a lot. So don't worry about it. We're gonna use a midpoint. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but I wanted to show you the formula anyway, just to show you how it looks. In the homework, I will not ask you to find the median for grouped data. I will only ask you to find the median for ungrouped data. For the group data, I will ask you to find the median class, not the median, because I know that median for group data are only estimates. Okay.
So you're saying you're only going to ask for the median based off of what we did on last Friday?
Yeah, median based on the ungroup data. But for group data, I won't ask you for median because the median for group data is an estimate.
So this formula that we're talking about with the LWFM is the group data. The one that we did last week is on group data. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, last week we didn't use a formula. We used we put them in order, and then
Right.
yeah. So because that is for on group data. That
Okay.
one is quite accurate. That one is accurate. But for group data, it's not accurate. So that's why I recommend just use the midpoint for the median and mode. Okay. So for this, we're gonna use the let's find the median. To find the median, we need the median class. Remember, the median is a number in the middle, right? Now, but for group data, because they are grouped, it is difficult to find it. So what we use the median class. That is the class that contains the median. So that's why we need the cumulative frequency. Remember that this is 45 total, right? Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So to find the number, to estimate the number in the middle, we need to find the median class first of all. Okay, to find that, remember our total is 45. So halfway, 45. Okay, halfway now is will be 45 divided by 2. You give us halfway to it. 45 divided by 2.
22.5.
And that would be going to be 22.5, right? I think. Let me see. 45 divided by 2.
Correct.
Yeah, 45 divided by 2. Yeah, 22.5.
So it's the total of the frequency divided by 2.
Yeah, 22.5. That will give us a location, the location of the median. So the median is located around the number 22. So if you look at the frequency, cumulative frequency, this is 2, 10, 25, 22.5. 22.5 is closest to 25. Am I right? Am I right? So
Yes.
that means the median is somewhere around that. So and the median class will now become this class here. This is the class that corresponds to 25, which is 32 to 42. So the median class is 32 to 42. So and the median will now become equals to the midpoint of the median class. And that will give us midpoint of the median class. So if you look at the median class here, we have it here. Remember, this is right here. Okay. So midpoint of that class is this, 15. So that's sorry, not 15, sorry, my mistake. Midpoint of that class it is not 15, it is okay. Now midpoint of the median class is 37, not 15, 37. So I'm gonna put it 37. So that means our median is 37 billion. So median equals to 37 billion. So how do we interpret this? Interpretation. Half of the national corporations as net worth of 37 billion. Okay, net worth, sorry. Net worth of 37 billion or less, while the other half has net worth of 37 billion or more. What is my typing going to get right here? Or more. That's how I interpret it.
Can you say half of the national corporations, or do you have to say half of the corporations sampled?
Well, of course, of half of the national corporation sample, of course, this is a sample. So we know we already know it's a sample. Yeah.
So
Now,
this is a misrepresentation of
what did you say again, Ms. Elliott? Your speaker is breaking on, Ms. Elliott. What did you say? Huh? Ms. Elliott? You're breaking up. Now, a journalist might write, a journalist who want to say that these corporations are not making money can just say, these companies are not making money, and half of them are making less than 37 billion. Or half of them are having net worth of 37. Now, another journalist might say, oh, they are making a lot of money. At least half of them are making at least 37 billion. Or so you can see how you can, twist statistics to mean something different.
Yes.
Yeah. So now, again, if you use this formula, your answer will be different from this. But because it is estimate, we accept it. I recommend that you just stick to this. Although I'm only going to ask you to find the median class because of this discrepancy in the answers for median for grouped data. I'm only going to ask you to find the median class, not the median. The same thing with the mode. For ungrouped data, sure, I will ask you to find the median, but for group data, I won't. The same thing with the mode. For ungrouped data, I'll ask you to find the mode. But for group data, I won't, because again, it is estimates. Yeah. Now, let's look at next question, which is find the modal class and the mode. Now, the modal class, from what we did about mode is the value that occurs most often. So the modal class is the class that contains the mode. So to find out, we look at the frequency. This is the one that have the highest, this is the class that have the highest frequency. This is the highest frequency right here. And this is the class that matches that frequency, which is 32 to 42. So that our modal class is also 32 to 42. Right? See? So that our mode is the midpoint of the modal class. So that modal class, the midpoint is 15. Sorry, a mistake. 37 again. So we have the midpoint of the modal class is the median of the modal class is 37 billion. So that means majority of the corporations have net worth of 37 billion. See, I hope you see the interpretation here. Most of the national corporations have net worth of 37 billion. Now, I want you to know this. The median and modes here are the same. This is a coincidence. It is not always the case. It's just a coincidence. Okay. Any question before we answer the remaining two questions there? Okay, good. Now,
I'm sorry. How did you determine the modal class?
Modal class. Remember, you remember what the mode is, right? Mode is number that occurs most often, right? Number that occurs have the highest frequency. Yes. So to find the modal class, you look at the frequency. This is the highest frequency here, and the class that matches it is this one. That is your modal class. So, and the mode is the midpoint of that class, which is 37 billion. And that's what I wrote here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sure, 37 billion. Now, let's find answer the rest of the question. We want to find the variance and the standard deviation. To do that, we're going to need these two sides. You need this and this, and of course, the frequency. So the formula to find the standard deviation, we need to get, now, I wrote them out. The sum of F times S, the total is right here. You can see that I showed how I got it. See? I showed it on the table. And sum of F times S is this one. You can see right here. I wrote it down. and the sum of the frequency, sum of f, this one is 45, and I wrote it down here. Okay. So these are what we need to find the variance and standard deviation. Excuse me. So to find the variance and standard, let me write these numbers down so I can just type it in when I put the formula in. What is this? Let me write it down. We have this the variance. I wrote it down here already. Yep, I have it. Okay. So the variance will now becomes variance equals the sum of, oh, excuse me, I mean because it's gonna be a fraction. So sum of f times, now we need the x squared minus sum of f times x, f times x squared over sum of f, okay, then divided by sum of f minus 1 equal. So now let's put the numbers that represent the sum of f times s squared. You can see it from here. Sum of f times s squared is 92031. So let's go and type it in. 92031. 92031 minus the sum of f times x. This one, sum of f times x squared. You can see from here. Right here. And of course, you know where we got them from. We got it from the table. See, right here. So you put it in 1929. Okay, 1929 squared divided by sum of the frequency, which is, as you know, 45.
Yes.
45, right? I'm looking.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the. I'm looking for the our workbook. So what is it? What is it? What is our book? Okay. Oh, yeah, right here. So there's one that opened that was confused. Let me close this one. Okay. What the? Okay. Let me just say because it's just blocking my view. Okay. But this one is just open for nowhere, blocking my view, and okay, good. Now now let's go back. Now it's 45, right? 45. Yeah, 45. So let's go and put it in. 45 all over 45 minus 1. Okay. Equal. Now let's go and put this in the calculator so you can get the answer. So be careful when putting it in a calculator because you there's a way you put it, it will give you the wrong answer. So you have sum of f times, which is 92031 minus 1929 squared divided by 45 be sure to close the parentheses so that it will now follow order of operation. Divided by 45 minus 1. 212.3. 212.3. So we go here, put 212.3. Okay, I'm gonna make it 14 so it will contain it. Copy this. Now we can go and paste it in our main workbook. So these are variance right here. Once you get your variance, the standard deviation is easy. So that's our variance right there. Next thing, which is the last question, is to find the standard deviation. Yeah. Now, our variance is 212.3. To find the standard deviation, we're gonna use the square root of variance. That's what it is. Standard deviation equals the square root of variance. Which is the square root of our variance. Remember that our variance is 212.3. So you're gonna be square root of 212.3. 212.3. Square root of 212.3 equal. So we can get that from the calculator. Square root of 212.3. That gives us 14.6. 14.6. 14.6. So I can copy this and then paste it in our main workbook. And that's our standard deviation. So we answered all the questions in this section. All of them. Okay. That is how to find the mean, median, mode, variance, and standard deviation for a grouped data. If you have a question, please ask before we go to the next thing. All right, good, excellent. Now, we can now move to the next concept, which is the measures of position. So the measures of position are used to locate the relative position of a data value in a data set. So for example, percentile, I know that you guys are familiar with percentile. If we say that your credit score, for example, and the credit score falls on the 75th percentile, what it means that your credit score is better than 75% of all Americans. Same thing with grades. So just show the position. Now, there are 4 measures that are common in statistics. We use where they include the standard score, the percentiles, deciles, and quartiles. Now, the standard score is the easiest to calculate. We use the mean minus value minus mean divided by standard deviation. And this is the formula right here. The Z represents the standard score. X is the data value, and mu is the mean, and data is the standard deviation. So the Z score is X minus mean divided by standard deviation. Now, for the percentiles, percentile divide the data set into 100 equal parts. So now the deciles divide the data set into 10 equal parts. Now, because the decile, as a matter of fact, we won't be doing the working decile because one decile is the same as the 10 percentile. So once you get the 10 percentile, you have your first decile. But we're looking at quartiles. Quartile divide the data set into 4 equal parts. But the one we're interested in are the first quartile, Q1, second quartile, Q2, and third quartile. Now you can have an idea of a quartile. For example, some school run the quarter system. Instead of having a first semester, they have first quarter. And also most corporations in the US are required to declare their profit quarterly. That will give you an idea what a quarter is. The mid-quartile is simply means the rough estimate of the second quarter, of the median. Because second quarter is the same as the median. So we'll come to that. And this is the formula for mid-quartile. Now, outliers, like I explained when we are doing shape of distribution, it's just an extremely high or an extremely low value that is standing out from the group. So let's start with the first example, which is the computing the standard score. That is the easiest to computing the Z-score, G-score, or the standard score. Standard score. So the Z-score, or what we call the standard score, is the formula is X minus mean divided by standard deviation. Now let's try it with an example here. See here, the average number of vacation days for a selection of countries has a mean of 29.4 and a standard deviation of 8.6. Find the Z-score for the average number of vacation days in each of these countries. Canada, 26 days. Italy, 42 days. USA, 13 days. Okay, let's do it. Now, let's start with, remember this is the formula. Let's start with Canada. And also the mean is this constant, 29.4, and the standard deviation is 8.6. So I wrote them out here. For Canada, S is 26. So I'm going to put S is 26. So following this formula here, we have here, for Canada, Z-score for Canada will now become Z equals X minus mean, and our X is 26. So I'm going to put 26 minus the mean is 29.4. Okay, divided by a standard deviation of 8.6. So when we put this in, let me write this down so you can put it on in a calculator. I have Z for Canada equals 26 minus 29.4 divided by 8.6. So you have you got 26 minus 59.4, okay, divided by the standard deviation of 8.6. That was negative 0.395. Okay. Negative 0.395. For Z-score, we use two decimal places. So yeah, we give you negative 0.440. Now, how do we interpret this? So you mean that for Canada, that remember this is the vacation days. Okay. So you mean that the average number of vacation days, the vacation days in Canada is 0.4 standard because it is negative. We said that it is 0.4 standard, that the 0.40 standard deviation below. Why below? Because it is negative, it's below average. The number of vacation days in Canada is 0.4 standard deviation below the mean. It is below average. For Italy, our X is 42. We do the same thing. We have X is 42. So we're going to say 42 minus mean of 29.4 divided by a standard deviation of 8.6. So I'm going to change that, go to the calculator and change that to 42. for the 2. It gave me 1.47, and it is not negative. 1.47. That means it's above average, which means that the number of vacation days in Italy is 1.4 standard deviation above the mean. Okay. Now for USA, you see that it is 13 days. Okay, good. So for USA, we gotta put that S as 13, so that the vacation days will be 13 minus mean of 29.4 divided by standard deviation of 8.6. And then so if you go there, you're gonna put 13 here. I got negative 1.91. Negative 1.91. Okay. So again, we have that the average vacation days, that the number of vacation days in USA is 1.91 standard deviation below. Why below? Because it is negative.
So this one is almost statistically significant, right? Because isn't it has to be more than 2 standard deviations outside the mean to be significant?
No, we're not talking about significance now, right now. We're just talking about finally which of them have vacation day that is above average. Significant is a totally different concept. Yeah. But you can say, I will tell you another way you can use this. Let's say that you have a score, an exam that's up to 1,000 people to the exam, right? And you find a z-score, you pick somebody's z-score and put it in this formula, and let's say you get 2.5 or 1 point something, right? That means 1.1. Let's say that this one that is 1.47. That means it is a score. That person's score is above average. Now, if it is 2, that means it is twice above average, basically. So.
Okay, so the z-score tells us how many standard deviations outside the mean something is.
Yes, whether it's above average or below average. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, so that is the z-score for you. Let's look at the next one, which is percentile.
I'm sorry. Can I see the latest question?
You mean the question? Do you mean the question or the work? Hello. Hello.
I'm sorry. I'm looking for the question so I can put it with my.
Oh, the question, right? Okay, right here. That's the question right there.
Thank you. I got it.
Okay, good. Now, I look at percentile. Like I say, percentile divide the data set into 100 equal parts. Let's solve an example that's 2 examples that involve percentile. Now, this person said a teacher gives 20-point test to 10 students. The scores are listed here. And you have to find the percentile rank of the score of 12. Find the percentile rank of the score of 6. Find the value that corresponds to the 25th percentile. That is another way of asking you to find the 25th percentile score. Yeah. Then it says find the value that corresponds to the 60th percentile. Now let's do this. The first thing you do is to put them in order, arrange them in order from the smallest to the largest. So now there are 2 formulas we use for percentile. One of them is this one, which is the location used to finding the location of the percentile. The other one is to finding the percentile rank. Okay. So let us start with the first question. First question says to find the percentile rank or the score of 12. So the first thing again is to arrange them. So I arrange them here. Okay. So the percentile rank of that score, since they're in order, let's say that the score of 12. That means our X is 12. Okay. Let me make this thing bigger.
Professor, did you say place the numbers in order from least to greatest or from
Yes,
greatest to
ma'am.
least?
Yes, ma'am. Greatest to least to greatest. Now, now the number is here. And how many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 students. So you have 10 students. And you're looking for the percentile rank of the score of 12. Now, the formula says number of values below x. Remember, our s is 12. How many numbers are below 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So that means we can find our percentile. Percentile, okay. Percentile, I'm gonna use this formula, put it on the other page, another our formula page. But let me write it down. But you can see that there are 6 numbers below, because you see a number of values below x. S is 12. So there are 6 numbers below 12. So I'm gonna go through here. Percentile. Equal. It says number of values below 12. We found that should be 6 of them. 6 plus, as you can see, we have 0.5 as part of the formula. So 0.5, 0.5 divided by total number of values. How many students do the tests? 10 of them. See, 10. So you got 10 right there. 10. Then times 100. So let's go and put this in the calculator. So we got 6 plus 0.5 divided by 10, okay, times 100. 65. Okay, 65. So I'm going to put 65 right here, 65th percentile. 65th percentile. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on our main workbook. See, so the score of this means that the score of 12 falls in the 65th percentile, and the student with that score perform better than 65% of all the students who took the test. Any question on this one? Good. Now let's answer part 2. Part B. Part B says, find the percentile rank of the score of 6. Again, put them in order. So read in order here, and move this down so we can have enough room. They're in order. And it says percentile rank of the score of 6. So our X is 6. 6. And of course, there are 10 students who took the test. So we have 6. The formula says to find, you can see the number of values below that X. See, number of values below X. So you have how many numbers are below, how many scores are below 6? 1, 2, only 3 of them. So you can use that's what you're gonna use. So I'm gonna go there and put 3. So I'll go here and I'm gonna put 3 instead of 6. 3. And then we can now go to our calculator and change this to 3. 35, which means 35 percentile. Okay, so copy this. So copy this and then paste it in our main workbook. Okay, which means that a student the score of 6 falls in the 35th percentile, and the students who have that score perform better than 35% of the class. Then part C. Before I do part C, is there any question? Okay.
Somewhere I got lost. 'Cause I remember we was doing the percentile.
Yeah.
Now this is another percentile. Bro, I got lost somewhere.
Let's see. Where do we have which part of it are you confused about? Is it the 10 or the 6?
Can you go back up for me?
Okay.
Okay,
Here?
so yeah, that's where I was at. Okay, so we end up doing another percentile of the same number.
They asked 2 questions on that. The first one, they asked you to find the percentile rank of 12. And then
okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, then the last 2 is different. This first 2, they gave you the score and they asked you to find the percentile rank. But in the last 2, this one, C and D, they gave you the percentile and they asked you to find the score that corresponds to it. Yes, they want you to find the percentile. Okay? So for that, you're going to use this formula here. N times P over 100. For example, this one says find the percentile, find the value that corresponds to the 25th percentile. So in that case, again, put them in order. Always put them in order first. Okay? And there are 10 numbers. And they're asked to find the 25th percentile. So P is 25. So plugging this in, P to 25 now becomes, according to the formula, it says N times P over 100. Now N is 10. 10 times 25 divided by 100. So we got
N is the total number of values.
Yes, exactly. So 10 times 25 divided by 100. 2.5. Now, if you get a decimal number, go right to the next number. If you get the decimal number, even if it's 2.1, go to 3. So long as it's a decimal part, go to the next number. Here we have 2.5, which means that this is gonna be see 2.5 here. Excuse me, 2.5. You're gonna be the third number. So that the percentile, now you see the third number, it says the third number, that means 1, 2, 3, 5. See? So that means that the score of 5 corresponds to the 25th percentile. See? The score of 5 corresponds to the 25th percentile. So next one is the last question on that section, which is we say to find the value that corresponds to the 60th percentile. The value that corresponds to the 60th percentile. So in that case, the same process, put them in order first. Okay. Put them in order first. So there are 10 values, 10 numbers, 10 students, 10 scores, and the percentile is 60th. So we now have N times P, which is N times P means 10 times 60 over 100. Yeah, 10 times 60 divided by 100. So you're gonna look here. So this time around is like 60, which is 6. Now this is not a decimal number. That means you're gonna use the 6th plus the 7th number by 2. So which is 6. So you'll be using the 6th number. 6th number. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, 6. So you're gonna use the 6th number plus the 7th number divided by 2. So that means we're gonna use the this, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6. This is the 6th number, and this is the 7th number. So you're gonna be 10 plus 12. Okay, divided by 2 equals 22 over 2 is 11. So now the score of 11 corresponds to the 60th percentile. Any question?
So, Professor, basically, you want us to so if our whatever number that we come up with from dividing the two dividing the N and the P, we'll go off of that number. So say I come up with 3, I go to the third number, which would be 5, and I just add it to the next number, which would be 6.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
Okay.
yeah, you said you mentioned 3. If you get 3, you're gonna do the third number plus the 4th number divided by 2.
Okay.
Now, but if you get 3.1, that means you're gonna use the 4th number. Just go right to the next number. If it's a decimal, but if you got an even number, like number that doesn't have a decimal, that means you're gonna use that number plus the next number divided by 2.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So just
But
basically
I don't understand.
to the next number.
Okay. What did you say?
I don't understand. 11 is not in this data set.
Yeah, but this number is called 11. Yes, but it is the 11 that corresponds. Remember, we're looking for the score that corresponds to the 60th percentile. So even though it's not there, but that is the score that if somebody scored that means that person is scoring the 60th percentile.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, so we have done the standard score, percentile. Now, quartiles.
But wait, I'm sorry. Why didn't we just take the 6th number?
No.
When you got to 6.
No, we can't take the 6th number. That's not the way. If you have 6.1, then it's still the 7th number, or 5.1, 5.2. But if it's a whole number, you gotta use that number plus the next number, and their average.
Okay. If it has a decimal point, round up.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
if it doesn't have a decimal point, then you have to
use that number and the next number. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's my the easy. You just what the formula says. But if I start explaining it, because one of them is the discrete, one of them is continuous. So we are moving from discrete to continuous. You have to make all this correction to make it get the accurate answer, accurate number. See? So for example, that's why you have, if you look at here, you have 0.5 to make that. I will call it correction for continuity, because you are moving from the continuous data to discrete data, or if you're moving from discrete to continuous, so you have to make those changes to make sure that the answer what you have is the accurate. This is the simplest way of explaining it.
I'm sorry. What is the difference between the two things you just did?
Discrete are those that you can count. Those that you can count, but continuous are the one that you can measure. We did it at the beginning of the semester. So if I want to prove it to you mathematically, that is above this level. So just understand that when going from discrete to continuous, or from continuous to discrete.
Okay, but is 2.5 discrete or continuous?
Of course, 2.5 is continuous, of course.
Because it's a decimal.
Because you can't count it, yes. But you have to. You're changing it to counting number.
But 11 is discrete.
Huh?
But 11 is discrete.
11 is discrete, of course. Yeah. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4. 11 is discrete.
Okay.
Professor, you are going to send this class to us. I'm a little lost, but I'm getting it slowly.
Yeah, go ahead. If you have a question right now.
No, no question. I just, sometimes for me going back and looking at the video where I can start and stop it actually helps me.
Oh, yeah,
understand.
sure. I'll upload it.
Perfect.
Yeah, same.
Sure. Okay, good. Any other question before I move on to quartiles? Okay, no question. So let's do the quartiles then. Let's do the quartiles. Now, the quartiles, like I says, they divide the data sets into 4 equal parts separated by Q1, Q2, Q3. Now, if you look at the screen, you can see that there is a relationship between the quartile and the percentile. The first quartile is the same as the 25th percentile. See? Excuse me. The second quartile, which is also called the median, is the same as the 50th percentile. The third quartile, which is Q3, is the same as the 75th percentile. So because of this relationship, we use the same formula that we use for finding the percentile, for finding the quartiles. So let's do it. Look at this question. It says here, the number of nuclear power plants in the top 15 nuclear power producing countries in the world are listed here. Excuse me. It says here, find the following: find the first quartile, find the second quartile, find the third quartile, find the interquartile range, find the mid quartile, then check the data set for outlier. So let's do it. Okay, let's do it. And we have the first thing again. Remember, the first thing is to put them in order from the smallest to largest. So let's find the first quartile. Now, let's find the Q1. Q1, so how many numbers we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So N is 15. Now they ask to find the first quartile. The first quartile is the same as the 25th percentile. So the P, in this case, P is 25. So that remember that it's gonna be same formula, N times P over 100. So quartile 1, Q1 will now become equals 15 times 25 over 100. So that we have, if we go to our calculator, we have at 15 times 25 divided by 100. 3.75. 3.75, which is the fourth number. Remember, I told you if it's a decimal, go to the next whole number, which is the fourth number. So that our Q1 is, this is the Q1, is count the third, the fourth is the fourth number, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's 10. So this means that about 25% of the countries have 10 or less nuclear power plants. So that answer part A. Part B says, find the second quartile. Again, put them in order. There are 15 numbers. And for the second quartile P, if you look at here at the screen, you can see that the second quartile Q2 is at the 50th, it is the 50, halfway. So in that case, P is 50. So that means the Q2 equals, gotta put this right, will be equals 15 times 50 divided by 100. 15 times 50. So I'm going to go here and change this to 50. That gives us 7.5. 7.5. 7.5, which is the 8th number. So that means we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 18. That's 18. So what does this mean? That our second quartile is 18, which means that about 50% of the countries have 18 or less nuclear power plants. Any question before I do the Q3? Any question before I do the Q3? All right, good. So remember it says find the third quartile, which is Q3. And for Q3, again, you put them in order, arrange them in order from smallest to largest. And you have, it is still 15. And for Q3 is, if you look at the chart that I showed you, Q3 is a 75, which is the same as the 75th percentile. So in that case, our P will be 75 here. So that Q3 equal, adjust this. Q3 becomes 15 times 75 over 100. So we go in our calculator and change this to 75. Okay, 75 by 100, 11.25. Again, we go to the next number, which is 12 number, 11.25, which is the 12th number. In that case, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 31. So that means that about 75% of the countries have 31 or less nuclear power plants. Yeah. Now, the question they ask on part D is to find the interquartile range, which is IQR. Interquartile range is the acronym is IQR. So the IQR simply means the third quartile minus the first quartile. And this is our third quartile. Q3 is 31. So I'm going to put 31 here. Minus the first quartile. We got the first quartile as 10. 10. So IQR is 10. That means our IQR will now be 31 minus 10. We get 31 minus 10, 21. Okay, 21. 21. So our IQR is 21. For mid quartile says Q1 plus Q3 divided by 2. So that means for mid quartile, you just add them. Q1 is 10, and Q3 is 31. Okay, divided by 2. That gives us the mid quartile. 31, 10 plus 31. Okay, 10 plus 31 divided by 2. Give you 20.5. 20.5. 20.5. Okay. So we look at the question. I also want you to find say check the data set for outlier.
I'm sorry. Can you
Mhm.
show the mid quartile?
Mid-quartile, yeah,
Can
sure.
Can you
sure.
show the mid quartile again?
Yep, right here. Q1 plus Q3 divided by 2. And our Q1 is 10. And our Q3 is 31. So you gotta be 10 plus 31 divided by 2 give us 20.5. So the last question on that section is says to check the data set for outlier to find out if there's an outlier in the data set. There are 2 things you need to do to get that. Find the lower bound, find the upper bound. Any number that falls outside these 2 bounds becomes an outlier. So let's find it. To find the lower bound, we use this formula. QR1 minus 1.5 times IQR. Remember that our IQR is QR3 minus QR1, which is our QR3 is 31. We got it before. And our QR1 is 10. We have it before at the top. You can see right here, we got it, which is 21. So that our IQ lower bound now becomes QR1 minus 1.5 times IQR. So our QR1 is 10, right? Look at here, our QR1 is 10. So we go back and say that our IQR is 21. So we're gonna have 10 minus 1.5 times IQR, which is 21. Now 1.5 is a part of the formula, so that's how it came there. So have Q 10 minus 1.5 times 21. Okay. 10 minus 1.5 times 21 is negative 21.5. Negative 21.5. Negative 21.5. Now let's look at the other side, the upper bound. Q3 plus 1.5 plus Q3 plus 1.5 times IQR. So our Q3 as you know is 31. So I'm gonna put 31 plus 1.5 times 21. So 31 plus 1.5. 31 then plus 1.5 times 62.5. You got 62.5. 62.5. So this is the lower bound. This is the upper bound. Now, is there any number that is lower than negative 21 here in the list? Is there any number that is lower than negative 21? There's none. How about this? Is there any number that is bigger than 62.5? There is one, right? 104. 104 is bigger than 62.5. So 104 is the outlier. 104 is the outlier. Any question? Okay. Now let me tell you how you can get quartiles from the Excel. Excel simplifies it. So I'm gonna put this. The first part is, of course, is to put number in Excel. So I'm gonna open Excel and type it in. Go and type the numbers in Excel. So I'm gonna type in what is the numbers? What are they? Okay, right. I'm gonna put 6, 7, 18. Gotta make this thing bigger. Okay, 18. Yep, 18. Got 11. I got 6. 59. 17. 18. 54. 104. 20. 31. 8. 10. 15. 19. So now we are looking for the first quartile. First quartile. Q1. Second quartile. Q2. Third quartile. Q3. Inter quartile range IQR. So let's show you how to find all this using Excel. Okay, we have the numbers. There are 15 of them, I think. Let's see how many. Make sure I have everything, all the numbers in. Make sure to reach 15. Okay. Yep, there are 15. So there are 15 numbers. Okay. Now, first quartile, just type this. Equal. Remember to put the equal sign first. Equal. Then type quartile. It will pop out. See, it's showing here. See? So it returns the quartile of a data set. Double click on it. Then say, you see here, see that it says array. So that means we're gonna highlight all this. Comma. You can see that 1 is for first quartile. See? You can see that here. 1 first quartile. So click on that, type 1, and then enter key. Say 10, which is the same answer we got for first quartile here. 10. Now for the second quartile, you do the same thing. Equal quartile, but this time choose 2. It will pop out. Highlight the numbers, comma, then 2. See, 2 is first quartile. I can see like 2. So type 2. Press enter key. See 18. Again, which is the same thing as the answer we have here for the second quartile. Yes, Mr. Dwayne?
So the issue is like with classwork.
Huh?
I know we're learning how to do it in Excel, but it doesn't work for us because it doesn't show the work.
It does show the work.
No, I'm saying.
Let me show you how Excel show the work.
No, I'm saying for the Excel.
Yeah, right here. Look, watch me now. Are you watching, Mr. Dwayne?
Oh, no, I know how to do the formulas. I'm saying like to prove. Well, I guess you know that the formula was put in because the answers is right.
No. Just watch me. See, if you're using Excel, this is how those of you that use Excel for the classwork, those that show their work on Excel, they got their complete credit. Watch me. If you use Excel and you submit the Excel, if you use Excel, you must submit the Excel file, not the PDF. Now,
I didn't know that, which explains my grade for my classwork. I didn't know we had to submit the Excel file as well.
Well, I didn't say the classwork, you have option to use Excel or to use formula, but whichever one you use, you have to prove your work. Now, Mr. Dwayne, are you paying attention?
Hello, Professor.
Hold on, one after the other. Mr. Dwayne, are you paying attention?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, when I'm grading it, I'm gonna click at this answer right here. Do you see the work at the top?
Oh, gotcha. Well, I know. Okay, you'll see. Okay, you'll see the form. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I don't never use the Excel stuff because I didn't know how to explain the answer using Excel. That's why I just wrote it out. That's why I do mine the way I did it. But
Yeah,
if
you're working with hand, it does not matter. So long as you prove it, show your work, I'm good.
All right.
But you gotta prove it. Yeah. There's
so
somebody
the proof is the formula.
Yeah.
The proof is the formula. Okay.
Yeah. Somebody asking a question too. Who was the person? Oh, yeah.
It was Anna.
Okay, Anna, go ahead then, Anna.
Hey, Professor, I'm sorry. Okay. I wanted to ask you, I know you always do anyway, but I wanted to ask you, are you going to have the recording of the class posted in the announcement? Okay. And then I have been having real difficulty with like, I don't know, I guess like on the first couple of days of class, I understood everything. I was getting it. That last class, that it was very confusing, the work. And then even with the on the Alex, like some of the stuff I would do the problem the right way, but then I'll get the answer and I'll put it in, and it'll basically saying like it's wrong and stuff like that. I wish I can go to it right now to like show you.
There must be something that you missed. There have to be. If you follow the formula,
you sure? Because I've been talking about
for your answers.
Yes, and
Actually,
I'll round it up after.
And it doesn't ask you to, but you have to, or it'll rate it wrong.
No, but I round up the answer. Sometimes it do tell you to round up it, and I'll round up the answer, and I will put it there as a, as it instruct you, and then it will say it's wrong. Then when I click it close, I click it a couple of times to see what the answer they'll give. I don't be seeing how they got that answer and stuff like that, because I do everything in the Excel, and like I'll do it over, even doing it on paper, and I'm like, I don't, yeah.
Yeah, you know, there's a student who said that in the class because I have this I'm teaching this class in this campus too, and then she opened the assignment, the question. I told her that I cannot use that question because that's the assignment question. So I created a different question, and we follow this step by step. Then the student find out that this is where I made a mistake. There must be something that you missed, or there gotta be something. The formula, if you put them right, it's not like English essay or business essay. It's already everything has already been factored in. So if you put them right, the answer gonna be correct. Yep.
Yeah, I'm just probably going to take the tutoring because statistic it's interesting. It's kind of confusing. Some part of it's very confusing.
Yeah, right.
The tutoring is very, very helpful.
You're
I've
right.
gone like twice. It's really helpful.
You're right. You're right.
What you said? I'm sorry. What was that?
The key is to in the textbook do as many examples as you can. As you continue to do some examples, keep working on. You see that you discover that those answers you used to get wrong before, you start getting them right.
Yeah,
it is a gradual process.
Yeah, no.
Professor.
The textbook kind of helped me a lot too.
Huh? Say it again.
No, I was saying the textbook did help me a lot.
Oh yeah,
with some of it. Like if I was confused about what to do, like as far as like the name, when I forgot like how do I get the name? The textbook helped me.
Yeah, of course. That textbook is a good textbook. I like the textbook. Blue Man. The author really did a good job there explaining the steps. Yeah.
Professor, I have a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
Say you just are not equipped to use the computer, how you use Word and how you know how to put all those symbols in. Can I do it on a paper and upload a file to it to show my work?
You mean for classwork? Yeah. Of course. The only assignment you are required to submit Excel file is the Excel assignment. But for classwork, you can either do it on your paper and submit, or you can use Excel if you want, so long as you can show your work.
Okay, thank you.
Professor, please, if you could show when you do it in Excel and you use an Excel formula, if it's given a decimal number.
Miss Elliot, your voice started where, and then I couldn't, and then it started breaking up. Can you say it over again? Oh. I didn't hear you, Miss Elliot. Hello, Miss Elliot, you there?
Our computer breaking up.
Yeah, her computer is a. I think her network is breaking up. Yep. I think she froze. You froze, Miss Elliot?
Okay, do you hear me now?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, when you need to round up a decimal number, how do you do that without deleting the formula?
Oh, okay, let's
In
say,
Excel.
let me show you an example. Let's say that you did 10 divided by 18, right? Am I right? And you got this. How many decimal do you want to go? How many, Miss Elliot?
It doesn't matter, but if I'm using one of these formulas, like standard deviation formula, for instance. Okay, so I typed in equals ST whatever, click that, and the answer was this, 0.55. Okay, how do I round up to 0.6 without deleting where I showed my work?
Let me do it. The best way to answer that is to show you an example here. Let's say let's say we're STDEV, right? .s, right? Double click.
Yes.
Then I highlight from here this, enter key. Now, if I want to make it one decimal place, right click, choose format cells, number. Then you can choose, let's say I want 3 decimal places. I'm going to choose this place, 3. Then place, okay. The formula is not gone. It's still there. If you double click here now, you see that it is there. It didn't go away. It didn't go away.
Format cells to round it.
Yeah. And the fastest way of doing it, Miss Elliot, is the fastest way is to go to the top. You can see where you have this key here. This one increases. This one decreases it. If I want to increase it, I'm going to click on it. If I want to decrease it, if I want to decrease, like I choose this one, click on it, it will decrease it. And in each case, the formula is still there. Click on it, you can see that it's right here. Or you double click on this, it's still there.
How many decimal points should we be rounding up generally in our homework or in our classwork?
In the classwork, it doesn't matter
decimal
to me.
point?
It doesn't matter to me. So long as you show your work and the answer is correct. I don't care how many decimal places you round it. But the homework, online homework, they are more specific,
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we use, if we don't want to use Excel, you said we can just write it out, and as long as we following the steps and showing our work, we can just submit it that way?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so if I just write it up on like my piece of paper, I can take a picture of it?
Yeah, and upload it. So long as you show your work properly, yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, let me finish this and then we can end the class. And if anybody have a question, they can ask me. So quartile, it shows up. Double click, highlight all the numbers, comma, and for the third quartile is 3. Then press enter key. That's it. Now, interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. This is Q3 minus Q1, which is 21. So that's, SSL simplifies it. So in our next class, we will begin from exploratory data analysis. Yeah. And then finish this section. So that we go into probability. Any question before we leave? Hello.
I have a
questions?
question.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the homework? I mean, what's the classwork today?
There will be classwork. Yes, I'm gonna put it after we leave.
Okay. Quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
So what format does, like, when you want us to show our work, what format does it has to be in? Because I showed you my handwritten work, but you said it doesn't count as in showing my work. Like, am I getting something wrong or?
Right. Okay, now I'll use I think that was the I asked to find the mean. For example, for the mean, you gotta show me that I see numbers added. See? Either you wrote it, I put it in form of a table, or you can put it in form of that to show that you added the number. You have to prove it can be this way. You can say okay, 4 plus this is not 4. This is what is it? This is 4.4. Okay. So I'm gonna write here 4.4 plus, then our next number there is 4.9. So you're gonna put 4.9. Excuse me. This is what is showing something here. So all the way to the last one, all the way to the last number, then put how many numbers we have there. We have the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 numbers, so that I can see how you guess the answers. Either you do it this way, or you do it in form of a table, like I did it in a class. Put in the table, then so I can see the total. You can just copy total, write total, and give me. I don't know how you get the total.
The thing is, I made a table when I was writing on like did you see it? Did it not upload for you? Like I wrote it in like pen.
Okay, let me see. What's your name? Let me open that and see my comment there.
Naya, NYA.
NYA. Okay, this is for classwork. What classwork is that?
I think this was like the third classwork.
The third classwork. Yes, classwork 3.
Yes, the little. Hold on.
Bar charts.
No, I don't think. Was it the bar chart? No, it was the other one.
The classwork 4.
Yeah, 4.
Okay. Classwork 4.
Hey, Professor. When you finish with this, I wanted to ask you a question. I have 2 questions I wanted to ask you.
No problem.
All right, yes, sir.
So the first, you said, what's the name? This is is it NYA?
Yes, NYA.
See, this is what you gave me.
You don't see the rest of the stuff I uploaded? I took pictures of what I wrote.
What is it then?
Hold on.
Yeah, are you looking at the screen?
Yeah, I'm looking at. Hold on, click my link because I showed you a.
See, this is what I have.
That's what it looks like to you?
No. Don't you see that there's nothing up? This is what you uploaded.
Hold on, I have like.
Oh, down. I didn't see.
Yes.
Okay, I see this part. Oh.
If you scroll more,
Oh, I didn't see. I didn't see. I just saw the answers. So now, give me 1 minute. Okay, you know what, Mr. Naya? I'm gonna regrade. I'm gonna regrade it for you.
Professor, look up the top. It tells you pages. It say 1 out of 5. So it's up showing you up top.
Let me check her name. Yep, Miss Naya, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna regrade it. Thank you for
thank you
showing me this. Okay. All right. Any other question?
Yes, me. So Professor, I noticed on my homework for
classwork or homework?
Yeah, not homework. I mean classwork 4. You said that I didn't show my work, but I did.
What's your name?
Anna Selah.
Selah. Let me see. Yeah.
Because I sent you 2 different.
Okay, now this is what I have.
I mean 3.
Right?
Yes, this will be 3 of them.
You use Excel.
Yeah, I use Excel for that, but then I use you see if you click that.
Wait, okay, then give me
Yeah.
1 minute. Give me 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm saying when I was seeing these things.
Yeah, you didn't see the other two right there.
I didn't
on
see the
side?
Excel. Okay, this is Excel. Let me open the Excel. It's coming up.
Yeah, and I highlighted for the I think
This is
the
where you did it.
media. Yeah, I highlighted the 7.
This is where you did it,
17.
right?
Yeah.
Give me 1 minute. I don't know what is happening to this computer.
Yeah, cause I sent you 2 different Excel. Cause I did it like. Yeah.
I want to open let me. Sometimes when I open too many pages, they will stop. I said, let me close this Excel. Now, this is server. So, Miss Stella, I'm gonna go back and regrade it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see
Thank you.
I didn't see the work. I only saw this. What? I only saw this one.
You see, so you probably was rushing trying to grade, and you probably didn't see the other 2 that I sent you.
So I'm going back. I'm gonna take care of it. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Professor?
And then my last question. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead, Miss.
Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna come back. I'm sorry. She
All
can
right,
go.
all right,
She
all
can go first. I gotta think about it. I forgot.
All right. So
Professor?
go ahead.
Professor?
Yes, ma'am.
So for classwork 3, the bar chart, you said I didn't do the assignment, but I'm looking at it right now on my computer and I see where I submitted it and it's on there.
Classwork. Okay. Did you submit it after I graded it or before I graded it?
I don't know what day I submitted it. Let me try.
I will check. Let me check the due date first. What you say, classwork 3?
Yes.
Classwork 3. Okay, let me see. The classwork 3 was supposed to be due on the February 2nd. Okay.
Yeah, I sent you a message about it too. You didn't respond, but I still did it.
See, let me see. What's your name?
I think that was the class where I was trying to get in and I didn't get into the class, so I wasn't aware what the classwork or the homework was. But when I went back and saw it, I did it.
What's your name?
Morgan Smith.
See, you submitted it 8 days.
Yeah, and I've been
right,
and I've been sending you. And if you check your emails and if you check your messages on Canvas and your text messages, I've been contacting you since.
Now, when I graded it, you didn't do it. So you submitted it after that. You sent me that email, right?
Right, and prior to me submitting it, I've been contacting you
through email. I will check it out. See if you are
through
right.
Canvas, through Canvas and text messages. Yes, you can look at Canvas and text messages.
So let me Morgan Smith, right? I will check it. If what you're telling me is true,
okay,
then I'll grade it. But if it's not, then I won't grade it. I will wait until April.
Okay.
See how your attendance looks.
Okay.
So it's Morgan Smith, right? Morgan Smith.
I also have a question
Morgan
about that
Smith,
same classwork assignment, Professor.
Hold on.
Okay.
She sent me.
Oh, I remember my question. I'm sorry, Professor.
Yeah. Give me one. Hold on. Give me email.
Yes, sir.
Oh. Submitting classwork 3. Check it. All right. Now, who was? Someone was asking me a question before, right? Who was that?
Yes, I have a question about that same classwork assignment. You graded mine a 0. I thought maybe it was because I didn't have a space in between my bars and they weren't in descending order. So I changed that and I submitted it.
Are you talking about classwork 3?
Yes.
What did I ask you to resubmit it?
No, you just said I didn't do it correctly. No, kind of the same thing you said there. I didn't do it, no credit. And so then I emailed you and asked, well, what did you mean? Because I thought this is how a bar chart should look.
So
I didn't know if you meant that.
What's your name again?
Phyllis Roberts.
Robert, I just passed it. Yep. Yeah, you yeah, this
Oh,
is
I have a question about that
see,
one too. Yeah.
see, look, what I asked you to draw is a remember this is the question right here. So look, the franchise and their
Oh, I submitted the
cost.
wrong assignment.
Yeah, so that's why I have
That's
that.
for the letters.
So that's why.
Okay,
So right
okay.
now I'm not accepting second chances right now because, like I said, I'm gonna start doing that again in April when I look at the attendance. So everything will depend on the attendance score. Okay.
Okay, Professor, I had one
So that time, when that time when we get to that time, remind me, and then I will check your attendance score. If it's good, then I will accept, allow you to submit it.
Okay, I have a question real quick. My attendance for the 19th, I need that fixed. I also had another question. I sent you a message to explain to you that the bookstore kind of like took a long time. They were going through something that they had a mix up. They did not send my link over to my Alex. So for the Alex assignments from last week, I couldn't complete none of them because they never sent my code over. I received the email that told me it was a mix up and that I had to prove to them that I was in the class to send my link over. So I just got my link. So the work from last week in Alex, I couldn't complete it, but it wasn't my fault. It was BCCC, not bookstore fault.
You were doing it before, then it became messed up.
I was doing it because I was still on the free one, and in the free one, I had ordered the book. The book was supposed, the link was the link was supposed to come, but they had some mix up somehow, and I received the email, and they told me I basically had to prove that I was in your class, and I sent the information over, and I just got the link, so I could not finish the rest of my work from last week, but it wasn't on purpose. It was because of the bookstore.
So
I'm having the same situation as well.
And what's her name?
Callie Brown.
Brown?
Yes.
So this is for homework.
That was for homework from last the homework that was just closed out.
Yeah, that should be, excuse me. That should be homework 3. Yeah, that should be homework 3. Brown Kelly, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me see.
So I just need to know if I need to just take that one as a loss, or if I could be able to try to complete it.
This one is not your fault. Yeah, so that's why. Let me see how I'm if this is my math lab, I can just put it back for you right now. But Alex, I'm still learning how to reset homework on it. So I'll figure out what I can do.
Okay, if you can't do that, if you have anything that I can do that can be extra credit that you can give to me, I can take that.
Yeah, either way, I will try. I'll figure out see what I can do to either to reset it or I give you something alternative work on that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Professor.
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't have access to Alex either. I've been trying to reach the bookstore and I haven't, so I have to go up there. But when I tried to do it online, it's trying to charge me for it. I didn't have this problem there. I had to get it. So
if the financial aid, I think their day of grace is 14 days. If it expires, that means you have to pay for it at the bookstore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I tried to call the bookstore, but I couldn't get a hold of them, so I'm gonna have to go up there in person. Because I don't have any classes on campus.
Have you been doing the homework when using the financial aid code?
I haven't ever been able to get into Alex since day one.
Really? So you missed this homework? What?
I'm serious. Like when I go on there,
but remember at the beginning of that one,
right? You talking about the free? Yeah, you talking about the free code? I was never able to get into Alex. They told me that the code for the course, something about the code for the course or something like that. Let me see.
Right here, I put it here, right here. See right here in my announcement. See the
right.
code. You didn't use it?
No, I wasn't able to get into Alex since day one. That's what I'm saying. I know how to work Alex because I used Alex last semester, but I haven't ever had this issue.
So you mean you tried this code, it didn't work?
No, it did not let me in there. It told me, it tells me that it's on hold. And it says no access applied. And the only one that says inactive is my class from last semester, which isn't your class.
Huh? I don't know why that. So what I want to know from you is, did you at the beginning, did you try?
No, that's what I'm saying. From the beginning, I did not have access. It still says the same thing. It says on hold and it says no access applied. And it has the class code and everything underneath it and your name.
So what you're gonna then? So the only option you have now is to buy the code from the bookstore, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go up there because
Yeah,
why am I buying it?
you have to buy it because that is the only way you can do homework and tests. So
it doesn't come with the financial aid or grant.
It does. It actually it should have been free because they had where it was free this semester for your book. So I would definitely try doing your financial aid.
So my financial aid, I have a grant. I don't have financial. Well, it's the same thing, but either way, I have a grant and it's already.
I mean, if you're using financial aids, I mean, I'm talking about to pay for school. I think they can pay for you for the.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I used Alex last semester in my last math course. I didn't have any issues. I went through as if I was going to purchase it and it said $0 and it still went through. This semester is not doing that. And even when I go on Alex since day one, it says that your class is on hold and it says no access applied.
Well, last semester, I think some things are free last semester, but not this semester. Those free stuff are no longer there anymore. So, but you need, not all those. Unless you have financial, just like textbooks. Sometimes, I mean, if you're using financial aid to pay for your tuition, they pay for your textbook.
Yeah, she said it, but she just said it was still free this semester, so I don't see why it's not still free for me.
I don't know.
Yeah, it should have been free.
But
thank you. I'm gonna have to go up to the.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go up to the school.
Yes, go to the bookstore.
Yeah, just go to the bookstore.
Thank you. Yeah, they will help you out with that.
Hey, Professor.
Okay.
Go to the school. They will help you out with that at the bookstore. Then let me know.
Okay, thank you. Well, can you respond on Canvas and your text messages? I've been sending you messages.
I don't
get a response.
Do you mean now? Do you mean now? Are you sending me? Do you mean email?
Okay, I'll do email. I was doing Canvas and text message though. I thought that was quicker, but I'll do email.
No. I want to understand what you mean though. Are you sending it to Remind or are you sending me email?
I'm through the Canvas mail and then text message that was on the syllabus. I mean, the number that was on the syllabus.
No.
He has it's called Remind. That's where he does the text message.
For text message.
Oh, what's it called?
If you want to send me text message, use Remind. But if you want to send me email, use my BCC email. But in any case, you can ask me. I'm here now. Ask me. What do you want to know?
Okay, so what's the app that you said? I forgot the female that was speaking.
Who?
You said it's called Remind.
Remind.
Yes.
If you look in the in the announcements, I believe he has the information for you to set up the Remind. And
I posted,
from there, if
I
you
posted
want
it
to
on
do text
announcements.
messages, he'll respond there.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm gonna get it from there. I appreciate it.
It's right here. I can see I opened. This is the link. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it from January 26th. Or is it before that?
But what do you want to know? I'm here now. You can ask me.
Okay. No, everything that we talked about, I've been reaching out and asking through Canvas and text message. So I have all the information that I need. So if I need anything else, I'll use Remind and just contact you.
All right.
Hey, Professor.
I'm having an issue, Professor. Can you check my grade for my attendance?
Attendance?
Yes, it's not reflecting what that I've been here. It's saying 67%, and I only missed one class.
I was about to go, but I'm having that issue as well. Mine say 67%.
No, what's your name?
Last name McKinney, Retages. What was it? So why is it saying?
Yeah, I'll update it here. I've not updated the grade here. This is the what the attendance gives me when I put it in. Then I have to update it here. I'm not updated it. So when I update it here with these grades, then it will reflect.
So you saying you gotta manually put it in?
Yeah.
Every class.
After when I put the attendance, it gives me this. Then I manually update it here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Professor, I want to ask a question.
Yes.
I want to know, did you give me for attendance, Anna Saylor? I wasn't in class at the moment. I came in a little late because of traffic and stuff. So.
Yeah, you are the one that told me about your classwork, right?
Yes.
When you came in, I checked your name. Yes, of course.
Oh, you checked my name in? Okay, I just want to make sure because I don't want to have an absent. I know I did come a little late, but yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, guys. All right, guys. You guys have asked enough questions.
All right. Hey,
Professor.
No, Professor, I have one more question.
Enough question and my time is up.
Who else want to ask questions?
So it was just a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to refer to my accommodation. Should I just email you or something? Because
have you sent it to me before?
You have it.
Were you the one that sent me an email and asked me if I have it?
Okay. Was
that you?
I sent it to you, and then I might have followed up, but I think you responded.
Yeah, so somebody sent me. So it was somebody that sent me an email asking me if I received her accommodation letter. Was that you?
I might have followed up. I just know I sent it to you.
Let me check your name. What's your name?
Dayana Green.
Green. Oh, Green. Okay. Now see. So yeah. Now listen there. When you need something, I mean, with respect to the accommodation, let me know. Send me email that or text me.
So is it possible if I can make it up later?
Make what up?
If I assignments, like if I missed
it. When you need something like that, since you have an accommodation already, so when you need something like that, either send me message to remind or send me an email. Okay.
All right.
So I want to
all right. Well, anything that I missed already.
Not. Let's go in.
I can make it up though later.
Let's do one by one. Okay.
All right. That's all I wanted. So like, I email you.
Yeah, email me what you want.
All right.
All right.
All right, hold on, Professor. Don't go yet.
What's that?
When I look, Miss Roberts, hold on. Don't go yet. When I look at my bar chart, classwork number 3, I'm seeing something different than what you saw. Can you go back there?
Classwork 3?
Yes. With the franchise. When I'm looking at that, I see the correct thing. Yeah.
See, her name is Roberts?
Yes.
Okay, Roberts. So what correct thing do you see here?
So I don't know why you see that. I can see my.
you must be doing some magic, Miss on your side.
No, hold on. Classwork 3 bar chart, the one with the franchise.
You have 2 of them. You have 3. You put. Now this one was submitted when? February 9th.
This is one.
February 9th.
Okay.
This is the one you submitted after I graded this, right?
Professor, I see what happened. I have 2 homeworks. Okay, you see how it says 1 of 2? I have 2. I have both those bar charts on one sheet. You see how it says up the top 1 of 2?
Mm-hmm.
That's another assignment, but they're on one page. That's what I meant to submit. This
is the one you're supposed to. This is the one you were supposed to submit.
Right, but it's 2 pages.
And you shouldn't.
It's one submission, but they're 2 pages.
You shouldn't put this in order. It is not a Pareto chart anyway. It's a bar chart. But in any case, like I said, it was submitted February 9th. But you said that you submitted something after I graded the first one. That's what you said. Am I right? Hello, Miss Robert. Miss Robert.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm just
Yeah,
confused.
you said a few minutes
Okay.
ago that you
So
submitted.
this homework was due when?
Not, it was due on February 2nd. And so what you told me a few minutes ago that you submitted something after I graded it because you believe that you made a mistake or something like that. So my answer to you is this: in April, remind me again, so I will look at the attendance. So if it's good, and I'll grade it.
Okay. All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, guys, enjoy your weekend.
You too. Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Yeah.